Thank you very much, Dash, and congratulations once again on the win to High and Incarnation. A fantastic played game, and Incarnation very sure of himself there. Not really afraid of anybody, ready to face off and feel that they can do better. And I'm always hesitant to hear, not hesitant, but always kind of wary when I hear people say they're not afraid of anybody, because sometimes that means you get under your skin as a player, and you kind of you need to be afraid of yourself because you're very hard on yourself, not about other people. So
okay.
It's kind of like an inner thing.
Yeah, maybe he just respects a lot of people. He's
That
not
too.
afraid of them. Don't be
That
afraid
too.
of them. Maybe respect them. But coming into the next week for him, or tomorrow actually.
Tomorrow, yeah.
It's not even a week. It's tomorrow. He's back here tomorrow to play TIP, Gate versus Incarnation. Now, it's not just Gate versus Incarnation in that matchup. We've seen Gate get a little bit better over time. We'll see how these guys match up against each other, considering it's both their first splits in the LCS.
Yep.
But High alongside Incarnation with Rush alongside Gate. We saw the High Incarnation work out today in the mid lane, punishing Keen very heavily, even though Move was there. So they were definitely beating them on that 2-on-2. But up against Rush and Gate, we have seen that work out okay, but that doesn't seem like a synergy that's complete on TIP just yet. So that might be the way that C9 actually wins that matchup.
Yep, that's kind of the combo I'll be looking at as well. You have Incarnation, the guy who we have said who has stepped up, struggled in the beginning of the season or split, what have you. It's kind of the same story for Rush. He was having trouble with lane swaps when he first came in, and then has now grown to this part. So you have those two new guys, like you said, with the combo. High is going to be for Incarnation, as well as the other side. So it's just going to be absolutely amazing, and I think a volatile mid lane, as we saw in Game 5.
Oh, yeah, volatile mid lane. Jungler attention is definitely going to be around there at the start, but there is always that top lane matchup you got to watch out for. What's Impact going to be able to do here? And is Ball's going to make another name for himself and get back into that top mid laner slot?
It's going to be amazing. That's what we're saying. It's going to be a good game. Make sure you're here tomorrow. Cloud9 versus Impulse. Yes, I almost said Impact. Impulse.
Well, they are versus Impact.
That's right. Let's send it out to our analyst desk to close out our first day of coverage.
Thank you, gentlemen. I got the crew back on the desk to close out the day here. A 3-2 reverse sweep for Cloud9. Trashy. It deviated slightly from your original script, but it came together by the end. How does it? You've got to feel good.
Yeah, I mean, I knew I was right from the beginning.
Full confidence.
Dane's
Full
just
confidence.
playing together. I mean, obviously, when you go into a matchup like this, there's one Dane on one of the teams, and there's no Danes on the other team.
Simple math.
So, I mean, it's obvious who's going to win.
Is that how the regular season is for enemy?
Okay.
It's two Danes. It's two opposites, not making.
Yeah.
You can't overload.
We were just a bit unlucky.
In all seriousness, though, let's get some final thoughts on this series, particularly for Cloud9 as they're going to continue moving forward. Freak, let's start with you.
Okay, so Cloud9 moving forward. Honestly, that
was such a dramatic pause. Well, you can't do that to us.
I mean, I'm honestly very not convinced by this series. It felt like Gravity really fell apart by the end. They won Game 3 by Keen getting caught. They won Game 4 by the comp making no sense. They won Game 5 by Gravity's comp not really making any sense either. C9 did well in Champs League at the very end of the series. They're playing pretty solid. Trash hates Amumu. High swears by it. Maybe it's bad. Maybe it's good.
He swears it's good.
He swears it's good. I mean, we were seeing glimmers of hope, but yeah, I think C9 shot themselves in the foot a little bit the first two games, and they played much more normal the next three. I like that High's bringing out crazy stuff, and it's working for him. His Shyvana was ban-worthy. I agree, right? Like the Kha'Zix was okay.
Yeah, full damage Kha'Zix being normal.
Okay, it was okay. Like whatever. I don't know. C9 seems like the scene we saw at the end of the split. They're pretty good. They're a roughly playoff level team, but like 3-2 over Gravity is not exactly the biggest praise.
And even as High was saying right here, if they can't beat Impulse and Team Liquid, they don't feel like they deserve to go to Worlds, and it's because it's actually a significant step up when you're playing against those two teams versus this series that we saw right here. Even the third place match at Madison Square Garden, even though Team Liquid won 3-1, Team Impulse had some really strong plays within that series, and there's going to be some picks that Cloud9 is going to have to be ready for. Soraka is a big one. That could be a ban they don't have access to unless they have strategies against it.
Yeah, I think that's very accurate.
Yeah. And I also want to bring up another point about Impulse, is that I don't think High will have the same amount of time to just ramp up his farm against the likes of Rush. I'm pretty sure Rush will just force something and pressure the map, so High has to do something on the other side or react to what Rush is doing. So it's going to be a whole different series, but I mean, I called the 9-0, so
yeah,
I mean,
so I win 3 in a row now.
Yeah, now he's got to follow through.
Yeah. I find this one interesting thing is there's one severe mismatch for each team. I think like Balls and Sneaky and Lemon match up pretty close against Impact and Apollo and Adrian. But Rush is way better than High at jungling, and Incarnation is really aggressive and way better at mid lane than Gate. And those are going to be two matches that I think are automatically tipped very heavily, and I'm very curious to see how they play out in the match.
All right. Do you have a feeling as to which of those mismatches will come out the greater?
I really think Rush is going to, like, destroy the game. Like, Gate managed to, like, survive pretty damn well against Phoenix and co. Whereas Rush, like, was routinely getting early game leads, and I don't know if C9 can come back from that.
After all, he is our regular season MVP. So that is a tall order for High moving into the next one. Let's pull up our playoff bracket to see who is standing in between Cloud9 and the World Championship. Today, Cloud9 successfully vanquished Gravity and now advance to face Team Impulse in tomorrow's best of 5. The winner of that series will move on to face off against our third place squad, Team Liquid. We'll be bringing you that coverage immediately following the European coverage of Rocat versus Origin. That all starts tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight, 5 p.m. Central European Summertime. Of course, before we wrap up our day one coverage, we want to check back in on Twitter and the Golden Age relics that you've been sharing over on Twitter in honor of our new champions, CLG. We start with @CrashBrash84, who puts it pretty succinctly. I waited for this for over 2 years.
Yeah, and they probably waited a pretty long time in line to get that picture as well.
Oh my goodness, those lines were
they
just went forever.
Yeah.
I actually never made it because we were lucky enough to go down and also interact with people, and I never made it to the back of the line. So I don't know how far it actually went. It was a little ridiculous. And Burkhart CJ has uncovered the secret to CLG's power. The bigger the fro, the higher they'll go.
True.
Yeah, I mean, it's his playoff haircut. I think he said he might not cut it until after Worlds.
Until they lose a series.
I wonder if he
like that,
sticks
right?
to that because Afro is only going to become more powerful.
I'm not gonna lie, a piece
I
of me
think
is
it's
I'm
a
a little jelly. I wish I could do something.
Just keep growing your hair.
You know what's amazing is it came out of nowhere.
It requires more hair.
I mean, it came out of his scalp.
What?
So, I mean...
Thank you, Freak.
Dash, I don't know how much you know
until
about-
today, I was unaware of how this ended up on top of my head.
You actually just have a toupee. It's just you glue it on every morning.
Don't give people that misconception. All right, one of our favorite those submissions came from @DotSwap, whose CLG Jinx skin will have a lot of people cheering for them at Worlds. And I mean, the only thing I have to say about this is that it is pretty sweet.
I'd play that skin.
I would absolutely play that skin. Mm-hmm. It makes you wonder, Matt, Matcom is an artist who has gotten a few of his skins into our game.
Yeah.
I know he's been pretty vocal about if
He wants to design the CLG skin.
if CLG were to clinch the finals at Worlds, that he would be pretty adamant about having a hand in designing those skins, and I would love to see him.
I'd want to see him troll his team, and it's Zion Spartan, Maokai, you get Sejuani over there in the jungle, you get some Sivir for double. If you just give everyone their least favorite champions and say, here you go, guys, there's your victorious skins.
You would, Freak.
I would want to see them get trolled.
That would be exactly
what I like to see.
Would want. Alrighty, well, we want to extend a special thanks to our guest analyst Trashy for sharing his expertise and teaching Freak how to swear in Danish.
That's not true.
Wait, I did that?
Yeah, he didn't. See, you're just lying now.
You lied too.
I don't know.
Too can play this game.
What did I lie about?
About Dash's
my hair,
toupee.
my toupee.
Oh, you're right.
It happened a minute ago. Come on.
All right, I might have lied about that.
That's enough. We're starting to go delirious. So for myself, the casters, and the entire live broadcast crew, thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.